When you make a special trip up to the North Georgia mountains to play golf, you keep your tee time, even when the weather says 33 degrees and very, very windy. Welcome to my last round of golf. Hi, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome back to my last round of golf. I am AJ Kummel, and I am here with my co-host,
Alec Dietz. Oh, God, AJ, I've been regretting watching this video for like a week and a half or 2 weeks.
Are you not excited for this one? I'm super excited for this one. Oh my gosh.
No, I'm
No?
not excited.
This is a fun course.
It was fun. It was fun, except that the wind had other ideas for us and made it not.
And I will say that was an experience. It's kind of like being in the movie Twister. You see a cow go one way, you see a cow go another way.
Same cow.
Yeah, you figure out it's the same cow. You see your ball go left and right. It was definitely a day to remember. Plus, you know, this course is tucked up in, like, Blairsville, Georgia. So we're in the mountains.
Yeah.
We're up in the hills, so we're going to have more wind.
Technically, this is a municipal course because it's owned by Union County Recreational Society, I guess, and they use this, I guess, as obviously a source of income. It's a fun little course. It's cool. It's really up and down. It's like, you know, when they talk about your old grandparents and stuff walking uphill both ways to school, I feel like I was playing golf uphill both ways somehow on every tee box.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
Except for this one, obviously. This one just drops. Like, you're either playing off the face of a cliff or you're going up a hill first. And
yeah, that is true. There is a lot of drop off a cliff, or we're going straight up. Got your hiking boots. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah. It says on their wonderful course website that you can get mountain views on every hole, which is correct. You can see the mountains on every hole. They don't tell you, like, half of it's behind a strip mall. So, like, I mean, it's an interesting one, but it's a fun one.
It is a course that is tucked into town. That's the great thing about it, though. Like, you don't have to drive far away. Like, you're right in town. Oh, yeah, there's a golf course right here. The recreation center is gorgeous. Like, you come in, you're like, oh, this is a country club. You're like, oh, this is a city course. This is nice. Like, yeah. The nicest carts I've found around this area.
Nice,
like,
yes.
They were brand new. They were all nice and brand name.
Everything were wonderful.
Squishy. They kept my fat butt nice and comfy for 18 holes. So, you know, I will say great things about this course if they can keep that level of comfort up.
I love this course. It was fun. I mean, I didn't play well. The wind sucked. That wasn't fun. If I lived in Union County or like somewhere near this course, yeah, I'd go here all the time. It's a fun little course, and I'm sure if it's not ridiculous outside, it's great, but it was ridiculous outside.
All right, well, I think we've talked about that enough. I guess there's no doing but doing, so I say away we go, and let's rock and roll.
There, just look at this. Gone. Just out of here. Bye-bye.
So, yeah, you can, like, see a little bit of the trees moving there. You'll get a couple better views a little bit later of the flags just going nuts. But everything's getting nice and drugged to the right there. And this is a rough course. They start you out with a par 5. Yeah,
long par 5, just been hitting straight down to a fairway. It's cold. We're both like, we thought it was going to be like 70 degrees today.
Oh, it was supposed to be nice. We were supposed to be in shorts, whether you hit short, I hit the sand trap. Welcome to the story of my day. Nothing but David Hasselhoffing about. So, you know, I do like to stand in the darkness and then step into the light. If I don't sing it, I think I can say that and get away with it.
Yeah,
but hey, you had a good chip up.
Thanks. Yeah, this was the second day.
So this was also a course that had recently punched the greens as well. No judgment, like they need to happen. It's fine, but we knew that going into it, so it was going to be another day of 2 putting wonders.
Mm-hmm. Here we go up the hills. This is the first one when you just walk up to the tee box. You're like, I have to go up there.
And this fairway just gets tighter as you go up towards the green.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you can't see it. Little kind of hidden green. You actually hit a great second shot.
So you're walking in the back there, but I don't think it's for your ball. Ha! That's the story of the day, is I'm going to miss every single putt by just that much.
You can kind of see the flags there. Just
nope.
Now.
So Michael is putting with us. This is one of our friends. He joined us as we play this. You can see the wind going on the pin there. But that's going to be the story of the day for, I think, all 3 of us, is just lipping around those putts.
Yeah, and then you have a cool little dogleg right, little par 4. Hit a 5-wood off the tee. You can't go too far because it actually loops around the road. You can see coming around.
Oh, I loved this hole. This was a lot of fun until you're over there in the fairway and somebody drops their tee shot like 5 feet behind you, and you're like, good shot, but whoa, slow down.
Yeah, little blind hole here.
Look at all that mud, too.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I yanked that. You can see my shoulder lift up, and I just try. See, you put it on the green. I'm just off the green. And then Michael ended up just behind me.
Yeah. There you go. You get it, if I remember correctly.
No.
We both end up kind of like 2 to 3 feet.
So I have to learn how to do this, like, let's putt off the fringe thing and find the proper power, especially on ones that are like this. Like, I'm not going to knock it. Like, it's a rough edge around there. It's not a nice fringe. So learning how to do those, Michael knows how to do it better than I do. Like, dropping it almost in the cup. And I think that's where, if the greens weren't recently punched, like, that's going to continue to roll just a little bit more.
Yeah,
so
if the greens weren't punched, if the wind wasn't ridiculous.
Oh, it stopped right now. This is one of, well, as you see, it whips back up.
Yeah,
hey, I tried to take the gimme. I still made the putt. So that's one of those times when I prove I'm worth the gimme.
Yeah, I just blocked this one super far right. Just not fun. I think the tracer's actually a little nicer than it actually
so
is.
you hit the tree and bounced out.
Yeah.
So I put where the ball actually landed.
Nice.
So that would have been the perfect ball flight. Like, you kicked out into the fairway there.
I did actually save it on the second shot a little bit.
Oh, you had a nice chip up. It was one we just didn't have a camera on,
Yeah, realize,
unfortunately.
great. Go to putt, realize, hey, dude, this probably take that off. Would help a little bit, wouldn't it?
Hey, sometimes you want to, like, bumper putt and just, woof. I don't know.
See, I think, once again, if they weren't punched, nice, cool greens.
And you see it hook around at the end. Like, that's a good read.
Cool
That-
greens.
Let's see if I can put this one in.
Oh, no.
I'm the worst type of person, and I don't know how to fix that.
You don't know how to fix
Like,
it?
I don't know how to fix that part of me right there. I mean, that would have been ended up a give me. But, like, again, like, that's one of those just a little bit.
Here we go back down the hill, and I just cold topped that one, trying to hit too far.
And this is another one where we have ledge.
Yeah.
Like, you
had a great shot here.
Oh, this one I love. Like, this is a par 4, 408. Like, we're just shooting straight down. You want to hit by the cart path because everything is a 90-degree rule.
I made it to the ladies' tees.
Hey,
yeah.
Well, it's ladies and seniors.
Yeah,
so, you know.
I did hit a decent 3-wood off of there.
We ended up just right on the side of the fairway.
But
I think I ended up just to the left of the green there. That wasn't the best shot. I was pulling everything a little bit to the left. I'm yanking on that front shoulder. That's something I need to work on.
Let's see. Did I make it up? I think I fall just short. No, actually, I got up there. And then put up this weird little... You can see it here from the side. Hill. Can't see it from there.
That was one of the things that I actually enjoyed about this place, too. Like, the greens were a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was something that we had to actually deal with. Hills, I find a lot of the courses that will come upon, no fault of their own, like, a lot of the greens end up being flat. Because, I mean, it makes for fun gameplay, like, versus challenging gameplay. And it's not what you expect for a municipal course. I think we paid $29 a round. Like, this is a winter rate during the week, but still, like...
It wasn't a bad course. And honestly, like I said, yeah, it's just I feel like we caught it on a really unfortunate circumstance day. Like,
And
it's just a weird one.
It was a beautiful day, though. Like,
Yeah.
the sun was out. It was just cold. This is the one that I don't know how this happened. So I hit this ball, and you can see it. It would have hit that tree, bounced out into the fairway. One of the lucky things is happening. You ended up left
I ended
side
up on the
of
left
fairway.
side, up on this ridiculous hill. And then I had to check the second shot down to here, trying to get up there. And I actually don't think you see it, but I think I had to chip up again because I landed just short. Now you can see the wind. Here she comes.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed this hole. This was a nice par 5. You'd think it was hole 9 and not hole 6 because we're coming back up to the clubhouse there. And there's a nice view up the hill. Like, this was also scary because there's more of a downhill here than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
And if you hit the ball and it catches one of these areas where it's not punched too deep, like, that's going to take off. Because we saw that happen earlier in the day. And I was worried about my score at that point. You know, sometimes you just got to putt the ball.
Let's see if Mike can save it. Yeah, there you go, Michael.
Just
Get in.
whipped
Here we
around.
go. And now we're once again at the top. And then you have this weird... It's a par 4, but you can only actually swing to, I think it's about 220 to the water.
Oh, yeah. Like, what am I holding? Oh, yeah, I'm holding my 7-wood, so it's less than 220.
Yeah, I hit a 5 hybrid here, if I remember correctly, and I think I went just short.
Dropped it way
Yeah,
short.
I'm
Yeah,
like
we
right
thought
at the
that you
edge.
rolled over the edge there. Like, nice by the water feature.
Scared.
You ended up on the green. I somehow ended up on the other side as well. Like, big shots from the
I
fairway.
blasted past this thing. Jeez.
I mean, can't blame you for putting for it, though. Sometimes you got to putt for the cup.
Man, you know, and I'm not going to say anything else, but like, you know, the punch green, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes they actually slow your ball a lot. Other times you just skate right by it.
And it's like a skill you have to learn. Like, if we're going to golf year-round, like we would like to constantly grow our skill, like, we have to learn how to play all the different conditions, which means punch greens, which means playing in mud, which means playing in all of this other just gunk, because those are the skills you need. You had a good shot on this.
I had a good shot. I went a little too far.
I had a recycling shot. It was garbage, but it was still useful because of my chip up.
Yeah, this was a good chip.
And then I noticed one thing here. So that's the ball that I definitely chipped. So definitely the one that's over to the right. And I still pull you. And
yep, see?
forget
not just me.
Something
not
in the water.
Just me.
Something in the water on that trip that made that happen. But why am I putting that ball and not the one that's up at the top?
That's a good question. Why are you putting that ball?
I do not know. You know, sometimes we're just focused on having fun. And, you know, I chipped up to the green. Michael chipped up onto the green. We both said, all right, that's our balls. We'll go at it. So,
great.
You know, whatever.
Well, you know what? At least it wasn't that different. Oh, and Michael sucking for you.
He sank his putt. I had to take a 2-putt
Look at
there.
this flag.
You know, like,
this is ridiculous.
And this is one of the another ones, like, we're at the top of the hill, so we're getting all of this wind. Like,
it's insane.
We're all, like, bunkered down in jackets. Hole 9. I liked this one.
Yeah, hole 9 was fun.
Shoot over the water. You got to tuck everything to, like, the left side because the right side of this ends up on some awkward hill.
Ugh. Here comes the shopping mall again. Yeah, I just get mud, nothing but mud.
And I hated this green too because there's another slope that you can't see until about right now, and then you're going to see the ball roll, and then guess what? It keeps rolling and keeps rolling and keeps rolling. And you know what?
No.
Maybe a little bit more.
There it is. Hey, you remember putting through the fringe?
Like, that was an extra 10 feet that it took. So, out of frustration, we take one of those, we let it stop. Do I make this in, or do I just call it? No, I call it. It's been a rough 9 holes. Like, this is a beautiful course. Look at the views we have here. Like, you see the mountains in the background, like, tee boxes up at the top, like, just beautiful golf course, but it's a tough front 9.
Yeah, it's a fun place, and I want to go back and play it again. I do. I want to go back when it's not crazy weather and crazy circumstances.
This would be a gorgeous course in the fall when you see all, like, or I guess, like, September, which is still summer in Georgia. Like, that's still a part of our summer weather. But when the leaves start changing up there, when you get close to the mountains, like, all of this is just beautiful and more easy to lose a ball in the leaves. Let's rock and roll. Like, hole 10, like, we're super excited. Another one that's on a ledge. And, yeah, I think we both have shots that end up solidly in the fairway here.
Yeah, I think
even if they're not the best. You topped that ball, and it rolled.
It rolled forever. It did.
Like, it carried because you weren't too far from me, and I got solid contact.
Yeah, it was a very awkward one, but you actually had a good drive here.
I need to work on my follow-through more. I think that's watching this, I see the need to... See, that I followed through maybe too much, and I yanked it.
Oh, get up there.
It was a good chip. I guess a good follow-through.
We had to chip a lot on this little vacation.
We really did. Like, there was so much chip work. Like, I gotta hone in and...
Oh, missed just a little right. Just a little right. And then get back in there.
This is the theme of all of our putting lately, which is improving because we used to miss by more. So now if we're just missing by a little bit, like, I feel that that's improvement.
Hey, a little bit is better than a lot of it.
And exactly.
At least in golf.
And
At least in golf.
And that's why we're doing this. We're doing this to improve.
Oh, there you
Look
go.
at Michael nail a putt there.
I actually like this hole. This one's my favorite.
This hole is frustrating.
Yeah, but for me it's great.
For you it's great because everything for you goes right to left naturally. Like,
yeah, and I had a good swing with the driver there. It's a dogleg left, and by dogleg I mean it goes out about 225 and then takes like a 75-degree turn left.
Oh,
down
solidly left.
Yeah, and you had a great drive, but you went too far right, actually. And by too far right, I meant you went straight.
Yeah, I went straight, and that's the problem here. And, this was one of our wonderful moments. So we're looking for my ball, and you can see that the people behind us weren't paying attention.
Almost get rear-ended.
Almost ran us over. So, that's one of the fun things about golf. See, you had a great shot.
I did. And I had a weird one. Such an awkward lie.
It's a little bit below your feet, a little bit leaning away from you, because the hill is kind of awkward, but, like...
I think I got it pretty close up there, if I remember correctly.
Oh, you put it just past the pin, like you're on the back of the green or on the fringe. I had a similar shot. That's for 3 going down. Oh, yeah, you stopped just in front of it. That's you. I went over into the back.
Yeah.
Yep, plooped right in the back.
Dejection.
Sometimes you want to drop it a little closer than you do.
And look at that terrible putt. Look at the terrible putt.
Sometimes they happen, we can't drop them all as close. I leave mine short as well. It's the theme of the day there.
This hole lied to me. I don't care what anything says. The scorecard says 185. We lasered it, it said 130. We went back and forth, back and forth. I hit like an 8-iron just because I didn't know what, and I ended up like 50 yards short. I was so confused.
Yeah, it was a fun one. I ended up off, and Michael ended up being the only one to put one on the green for us. You chipped up and left yourself a nice putt. I'm over in the right that I'm going to have to chip up. And there's another one, like you can see there's a little hill in that he's like not catching for some reason.
Yeah, they're very, very subtle little greens.
Subtle greens. And then we go through the rough. And then we look over here of like, oh, so...
Yeah,
hey.
we still got another combatant here. Let's go.
Yeah, another chip that I can.
We totally got this. Here, look at that. Okay, maybe a
little
too hard.
I'm gonna run it way past that, and we're gonna go all the way to the back of the green.
A little too hard, man.
Something that I got to work on. So either I over chip, and I don't know if I'm doing too much backswing or too much follow through. If I'm like pushing too much, or I blade it. And that's what I'm terrified of, so that's why I think I overchip. Look at the wind take that ball, too. Because that's not the green, because remember, there's a slope heading down. The wind pulled that.
I honestly kind of expected it to take it more, because of how hard it was gusting right here.
There was several times that I had to putt and account for the wind.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is the worst experience, and I understand what it's like to be in England or Scotland.
I'm not going to lie, it was kind of fun for exactly 4 holes. I'm like, okay, this is enough. Can we stop, please? Look, it's just, at this point, I'm just kind of looking around is anyone else getting this?
Michael's getting pushed back by the wind here. The pin flag is going to slap me in the face. Look at it. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Another one by there. So, I think this one was a double bogey for me.
Yeah. Hey, this is a fun one. I like this one.
13 was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. It is very terrifying because you cannot see what happens here because there's another hill that goes down.
Yeah, I think you went a little too far right here on this one. You still caught the right side of the fairway, but
I have a thing for the woods. Michael had the best shot.
Yeah, Michael had a great drive here.
Just beautiful shot off the tee, bend back a little bit right to left. You ended up on the wood line, still in play.
That 3-wood all the way down.
I had to play a shot out of the woods that punched down there. You had the better shot out of the fairway.
Mike had the best drive, and this is Mike's 10th round of golf ever.
So. Oh, yeah. It's a little bit concerning that we're really going to have to get good at this.
Or else Mike's kills.
Yeah, he's going to overtake us pretty soon. He's a little bit more athletic than us. Being in shape kind of helps.
Yeah, I guess he can do that.
Yeah, I have a lot of working out to do, so this is helping motivate me.
Man.
So there's probably 10 strokes that I could take off my game if I could just putt a little bit better. Not a lot better, a little bit better.
We just look at this.
Okay,
look at this. This is frustration to the maximum.
But this is one of those that it's telling of what type of day it was. 2 in a row did the same exact thing.
Get with this. Thank you.
So there it was. But the third one hit the lip too. It just happened to luck. That's how much of luck there is when you hit the lip of the cup there.
I think I squeaked just through that tree.
You did. It went just through the limbs and got through. That was beautiful.
Got a very awkward shot to get up, 125 yards uphill.
Yanked that with the front arm all the way up, which is better than what I did, and let things drift way right. No, not happy with that one.
There you go, Mike. Come on. Let's get... okay. Well, we got to teach him
Hey,
putting.
sometimes... things are hard to do because this is an area where there's sand as well, and there's not sand on all of them, or there's not sand all the way in all the areas. So it is a little bit different. Where at Brasstown, there was the sand like covering the green, so you were putting on top of sand versus putting where the holes were.
I actually liked Brasstown more. That way of doing it actually seemed more consistent. I could actually know what it was going to happen.
That's the difference, is the consistency in the putting experience versus the, I guess, realisticness of the putting experience.
Yeah.
Like, you knew you were on sand, so it was going to do sand stuff instead of just, like, going through.
Frustrated Michael.
Hey, there's been, each one of us have had those holes.
Yeah, this is another little...
This is the one where, like, so your ball wasn't going that far right. Like, look at the leaves getting ripped across the tee box there.
Just gotta wave to it. Just
like
hit the wind and just see ya. This is a fun one. Meow. There it goes.
And it just launches
into the stratosphere.
Right. That's the actual path. I had to go frame by frame and click to make that happen. Like, and this was a solid hit that was going pretty straight. Like, I had been slicing things like, not really slicing. Things have been drifting to the right a little bit. Things weren't slicing so far to the right. Extremely deep water.
That was the most upsetting thing. I thought when I hit that, I was like, I had a great drive, and then nope.
Hey, I kept it just out of the water. There were no OB stakes. So I made it. We're fine. No OB stakes.
I definitely took a drop.
I was not happy with that one.
I think I found mine like 3 holes later when we were leaving.
I think that was that one.
It was crazy. There we go. Yeah.
Nope. Another one that I'm like 6 inches off. Like, enough that I can walk up and kind of fancy putt it around. I don't know why fancy putt was
fancy.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you, AJ? Let's see. Come on. And
the wind died down just a little bit. None of us know how to putt now. The wind's not carrying the ball.
None of us know what to do.
Like, it's one of those of...
You could have just left it at that. None of us know what we're doing.
And exactly.
Come on, Mike. Save us. Redeem us. It's not going to happen, is it? Oh, but, you know.
So here's the thing.
Not that bad.
That's the line. No, that was the line for it. You saw them go dribble, 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 dribble. That took all the speed from it. This is another one. Just uphill. Yeah. And, like, this is a lot further than you think it is. Like, it says 296.
Liar.
Like, liar. This is another one where I'm going to argue that as we laser this, it is not that far.
It may have been that
was the theme of the back 9, was all of the chips dropped short. Like
all the chips short.
Another one that I'm just like, can I get out of this? Can I get out of this and not have to putt it, please? Like, can I not putt this?
Womp, 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 womp.
I would have been close enough.
Yeah, you can see the frustration. I'm gonna putt with my wedge here.
And like, it was a fun course. I think it's just such a long course. Everything's uphill.
It was just one of those days. I liked it. This was actually a fun tee shot here.
I loved this par 3.
Yeah, it was cool.
Just a little A wedge down. Like, I talk about it like it was great, but then
that ball to come down. I was like, did we lose it?
No, but I ended up over here on this hill on the right side, not too far out, but still not on the green. It could have been a better shot. But once again, beautiful course. Like, we're looking back up towards the clubhouse there. We got like 4 or 5 different holes in view. 1 and 6 are there. That's a good chip. Is that with a 7-iron?
I'm pretty sure I just grabbed a little 7-iron. I was like, I'm just going to get it over there.
Well, and you just have to make those run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was over on the hill and chipped with my 60-degree. My patented, like, let's just drag it down the hill instead of really swinging it. And it took it across the green.
1 ball outside. As always. Let's see. Here we go. AJ Kimmel. Can we get it? And
no. See, I could be just a little bit better at putting, and you saw it get drugged by the lip ever so slightly. Once again, like just a couple inches could change my life.
Yeah, it was a fun course, and I like it. And the only thing I wish is that number one, I wish it was a little less hilly. That's just a personal wish. Number 2. I want to come back and play it when it's not. Where is that going?
This was a great shot that went to hole 1.
Yeah, that's a great shot going to the wrong hole.
So that's 1 coming down and 6 is on the other side. You had a great shot that ended up like almost at the outside of the fairway. This was the summation of our entire 18 here. Like, all of us felt that. And you know what? Like, all right. Because here's my response. I thought I was the ball way further up in the fairway. and just dejected Michael Cera. Let's just drop the head and go. This is just the worst experience. I think that one hit the tree limb too.
Yeah, dude.
And like I'm just like, really? Can we just?
Oh, I chunk here. And I'm just like, kill me, please.
It wouldn't be so bad if you weren't always playing uphill.
Like,
it
just makes you feel like you've been defeated.
You're constantly like
Punch in the mouth.
Just, it just feels
Man.
harder on the muscles.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Mike. I feel bad that he had to deal with that. But I feel also bad for laughing because that definitely made the rounds in all of our friends' group text messages, and I knew exactly what it was before I even knew what it was.
Oh, it's the best emoticon GIF reaction that we can ever have.
Oh, yeah.
It has come useful in so many situations, and it will be useful more. So I can finally hit a putt, even though it's right there. Like, we're just going to leave it short, roll to the side. Yeah, that's our day. So, you ended up shooting 30 over. I shot 26 over. Those scores could definitely be a lot lower. Like,
they definitely could. They aren't, but they definitely could.
They aren't. There's so many, like, putting instances where I'm like, okay, I could just fix this. So,
that was a fun one, though. I mean, we will go back and play it. It's like an hour and a half away from us.
Oh, yeah, it's not too far.
It's not that bad. Like, we will go back and play it one day. When? Not when it's windy again. Like one day.
All right, so what was your favorite shot?
My favorite shot was, was it 14, I think? The one that's the dog leg left over the little water that I hit on.
That was 11. 11, yeah.
I'm sorry, you're right. I'm sorry, that is 11.
Yeah, the one with the fountain. Oh, yes. That was a cute shot.
Yeah,
that was good.
I like that one. Coming down off of the hill, very awkward lie, I hit a 54-degree wedge and just took a one hop and stop, and like maybe 8 feet out.
That was a good swing.
Yeah. That was my favorite shot, and also our favorite shot, and also my favorite hole. Honestly, that one. What's your favorite shot?
Oh, mine was the one, what was it, 15, 16, where the wind just took it to the right. Like, somehow that still stayed in bounds. Like, that was one of those best shots that somehow that stayed in play, and that was a great swing. So, you know what? I will take that every time.
What about a favorite hole?
Favorite hole? I think I'm going to have to go with, oh, God. What was my favorite hole?
I don't know.
I think actually the favorite hole to play, though, is going to be hole number 1.
Yes.
Like, it is just a beautiful shot. It's a nice big tee box. Play it down the hill. You have a gigantic fairway to hit, and of course I'm going to put it on the cart path. But, we live and we learn, and we get our swings better. But,
well, on to the next one. I think up next is we played Bridgemill, 9 holes, right?
Oh, yeah, we got 9 holes at Bridgemill. We had some wonderful weather come in and keep us from finishing there. But, we will get there and finish the back 9, and we will make it a full 18. But until next time, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.